Alright, we're good to go.
Yeah, just wanted to apologize again, guys. Unfortunately, we don't have any control over the stream delay right now. We're trying to figure it out, but honestly, right now, there's nothing we can do. So we're going to have to just kind of deal with it and suck it up. We'll fix it for future streams.
The Oriana getting banned out, they don't want to deal with those shockwaves anymore. Just wondering if maybe the HLC group has a slight delay on the stream itself.
It might.
Everyone's going to see me going through settings for a second.
I'll just describe to everyone what's going on. We saw an Oriana ban immediately come out, and we also will be seeing the Talon and Caitlyn bans following back to back. Currently, and then there will be a Kassadin ban coming out again from Kawaii Desu. Kawaii Desu will be on the purple side this time, and Vigilante Gaming will be coming out on the blue side, as that switch did come in. Waiting on that third ban right now. So far, the bans seem pretty targeted to the mid laner, the mid laners of Kawaii Desu, but we will see. There is the Lux ban as well.
4 mid lane bans so far in this game. Really focusing down on Conan Troutman and Muffin Man.
We'll be looking to possibly try and grab another ban coming in here. Corky will be the ban, the final ban there. I don't think the Kawaii Desu wanted to deal with that again, so they will be banning that out. We're going to be waiting to see what the... are you streaming the stream right now?
Basically, that's what just happened for a second.
Okay.
For whatever reason, my OBS doesn't like me and doesn't like to cooperate with what I tell it to do.
Alright, not a problem. We are back into the game there. We will see possibly that Rammus jungle coming in again as the first pick by Vigilante Gaming. That didn't exactly work out the best the first time. But we will see yeah, there it is. There will be the lock-in there. Let's see. Yeah, so we're about 3 seconds behind the stream just casting. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to cast a stream again because yeah. And we will see Vi be picked up there as the jungler for Kawaii Desu. Looks like they're going to try and go with that one there.
So you give that to Rockwell or someone else.
Yeah, I'll get Rockwell to stream it the next time.
Yep. For the
That's
next
fine.
games or whatever.
Sona is being hovered over here right now as a possible support. Sona actually did pretty well last game, despite the fact that she was on the losing side, but they will end up picking the Vladimir for the top lane again. Pretty comfortable with that Vladimir.
Yep.
So also pretty solid pick, honestly. Vladimir is a pretty strong pick right now for the mid to late game. Ryan, so far, what are you thinking we'll see from both teams in terms of how they'll change up the game?
Alright. Well, so far we see both the Ashe and Rammus pick redone by Vigilante Gaming. You do have the Leona this time instead of a Blitzcrank, so a little more protection for an ADC. And a little bit more ranged and engaged. She doesn't have to pull anyone in. She can just drop her ultimate, Ashe ult coming down. We do see the Vi coming out for Kawaii Desu. Vi, a very strong pick, you know, that incredible ultimate. Especially against an ADC such as Ashe, who doesn't have a dash to get away from it. The most she has is her flash. So it's not like if Vi ults an Ezreal, he can Arcane Shift, flash, and suddenly he's back in the midst of his team, and Vi is running through the enemy team and just dies because her initiation is wasted. So Ashe won't have that ability. We do see the Ezreal and the Janna coming out. Janna, very strong against Leona with her shield and her tornado knockup. So that should be interesting to see how that lane goes down the bottom. Riven being hovered over and Malzahar also. So Riven for that top lane. Riven does very well against Vlad if she can get on him early. If not, then he can kind of just sit back and farm, be annoying, and just kind of do Vladimir things. So that'll be interesting to see if that Riven does get locked in, how that lane goes. The Malzahar actually does get locked in. So we will be seeing a Malzahar this game in the mid lane. We'll have to see how that goes. Malzahar, one of those champions, if he gets rolling, he could really just truck down people. His Malefic Visions, his E, what people refer to as Space AIDS or Space Herpes or numerous other names, actually can hit very hard and makes last hitting and pushing very easy for him.
Looks like they're going to pretty much stay the same when it comes to their mid laners. Very single target oriented mid laners there. We saw that Syndra last game as well as the Malzahar this game. So it looks like Vigilante game are going to be sticking to their guns here. Although the Leona and the Ashe lane will be a little bit interesting to see how that works. They don't have the rage advantage of that Ezreal and that Gianna. We do see Zed. Zed will be locked in for Kawaii Desu. So that will be the first Zed we've actually seen in the last couple series, actually, I believe. Zed is, right now, I believe, the strongest, if not most, picked and banned assassin in the game. So we will see if we can, if Conan will be able to pull out some things Faker does, and impress us all with that Zed play.
That'll be interesting. Now, fun fact about Zed's R is because it's instantaneous. Theoretically, you can use it to dodge a lot of skill shots. Malzahar ult, I believe, has a cast time, so theoretically, I think it's a quarter second, but theoretically, I believe Zed would be able to, if he reacted fast enough, to use his ultimate to dodge Malzahar ultimate and put it on cooldown.
Actually, Malzahar's is instant.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is instant, but I honestly think that what we're going to be seeing here is, honestly, I actually think that this Malzahar lane, if he can play it right, would go in his favor. If you think about it, Zed has to walk up to kill minions. He has to do the melee, right? So if honestly, if Malzahar can put some space aids on him and try and keep him away from minions and range harass him, push Zed to his tower, force him to farm under tower, that could probably snowball the lane fairly decently for Malzahar. Now Zed doesn't have the hardest time under tower doing CS because he gets that execute on a passive, but you know Mal's might be a champion that would do okay against Zed.
Yep.
It's going to come down to, I think, skill.
Zed, I mean, once they hit level 6, you usually think, oh, Zed's level 6. It doesn't really matter what the enemy mid laner is. But with Malzahar, it really does, because as soon as Zed ults him, Malzahar can drop his cooldown right underneath him, throw his silence down, and that'll appear right as soon as Zed appears. So Zed will be silenced, won't be able to auto-attack, space aids, and then his ult, and Zed's deathmark will do almost nothing at that point if he can't get Qs and Es and auto attacks off. So I think Zed has to be extremely careful about when he goes in against that Malzahar.
It's going to be a pretty interesting lane matchup there. I right now won't give any advantage to either person because I actually want to see how this one's going to play out just based on the individual skill of the players. But we see that Rammus pick up again. And based on how we saw it go last time, I'm not sure if Rammus was the best pickup. I'm not saying it's a bad champion, but I think that Rammus only brings one real spell to a team, and it unfortunately wasn't working out as well. This time around, Kawaii Desu went for Vi. Vi can pretty much lock down anybody that she chooses with her ultimate. So I just feel like Vi has more gank ability potential and scales better than Rammus into the late game. But again, we'll see what goes on in the game itself when it comes to individual skill. A really quick warning for those of you who are watching, we will probably be a couple seconds ahead again. We're going to try and do our very best to not and to cast what happened a second ago, but we do apologize if there is a bit of a delay.
The also thing, Vladimir has his pool, so he'll probably, he's subject to the same issues that he had last game early. Uh, but Janna Tornado s- stopping Rammus in his tracks. Ezreal has his Arcane Shift. Zed has his W. All the lanes will have a much easier time getting away from Rammus.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's going to be one of those games, I think, where if
He's
we
got to
it's
come in very, very well. He's gonna have to execute his ganks extremely well to have a chance here.
yeah, he absolutely will. We'll see here. We're going to be getting into the game in a few minutes here. We're just loading in now. In a second here, once the game actually comes in. Um, there we go, starting to load in there. Nosferatu Vladimir. I have not seen that skin in just about forever, so that's kind of interesting. That's an old skin. So we'll, based on just skins alone, looks like everybody has a skin. Yep, every single person is using a skin. So we can't give the advantage to one team or the other. And there we go. We are loaded into the game here. We should probably see some pretty standard starts here. If possible, Ryan, when you get a second, if you could go ahead and change the people around so that they match themselves. Yeah, and then
Windowed or
change the video.
borderless?
I believe it's borderless.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
How's that?
Alright, stream.
So just to describe everyone what's going on while you're figuring out that stuff. Basically, what's going on right now is we are seeing a potential early cheese coming in. We will see. Looks like it will be Vigilante Gaming trying to catch on to Kawaii Desu. Zed will have to go flash and Shadow away. So that is the early flash coming out from Zed. We will see. The continued push potentially here in the bush, trying to get onto the blue from Vigilante Gaming, onto Kawaii Desu. We will see how this goes. They are just doing the waiting game right now.
Alright, well, it can be casted from stream now because I have it set up on borderless, but I do actually have to leave as I have work in 9 minutes, and it's an 11-minute drive.
All right, well, enjoy your time. I will
limit.
solo cast. So
Goodbye,
enjoy
sir.
that. You're going to have to speed, but I will solo cast, which is quite okay. I'll do what I can. I hopefully won't be too far behind, but I will be doing what I can to cast here. So, there we go. We will see the blue being stolen away here from both teams. Actually, it looks like both teams will be able to steal that away. Vi will be picking up that blue, most likely for Kawaii Desu. Vigilante Gaming will give that blue over to Rammus. They will just go back to each other's lanes. We will see no funny business in the lanes here. It looks like it's just going to be the standard top and top, mids and mid, and the two AD carry and support in the bottom lane. So no lane switch is going to be coming across for anybody just yet. We will be looking at that Leona Ashe in the bottom lane versus the Ezreal and the Janna. And in the mid lane, of course, we will be looking at that Malzahar versus Zed. And the Malzahar, Zed, and in the top lane, we'll see that Riven and Vladimir. So interesting choices all around in terms of who's playing who. Riven versus Vladimir is kind of a win for Riven if she can get going early, but we will probably see some assistance coming in there from the jungle. And early aggression coming in from Vladimir onto Riven. He will be hitting that level 2 first, as she was late back to the lane, so that puts him in a pretty good position. Back down to the bottom lane, we will see the two lanes there. Let me just turn my volume off. On the other, there we go. Sorry about that. We will see the just the typical farming game. Nothing too crazy coming in here from either team. When it comes to basically what we're going to be looking at from each team, Riven will go a little bit aggressive there onto Vladimir, and the Ignite does get popped by Vladimir. That was a preemptive Ignite there, maybe just trying to put some extra damage on there. Riven does have some no pots left that she can use. Unfortunately, guys, Ryan is no longer here, so I'm just casting off of what the stream is doing itself. I don't actually have access to change anything anymore. So I do apologize about that, and I will be solo casting this game for now. And I believe, yeah, the call's still going. Good. Okay. And we are back to a bit of a reset. I will try and slow this down a little bit. Ash is at the 20 is about 2 CS ahead. Both teams right now just doing what they need to do. Vision control, there's not really a whole lot of wards on the map right now. We will see a gank potentially coming into the mid here. Vi tried to get on to Malzahar. Unfortunately, they were not able to pick that up. Malzahar was able to turn back some damage, however, he is currently unfortunately, guys, again, I will say that one more time, I cannot rearrange the bottom display. I don't have access to the actual stream itself. I am just in a Skype call casting, so I do apologize about that. But we will try and get that fixed for next game. There is a next game. Leona will try to get the stun in, but she will unfortunately miss. The arcane shift away from Ezreal. Rammus still gets the taunt. I don't think they're going to be able to get anything out of this, though. No, just some damage turned around by Ezreal. That Janna was able to keep him safe. I really should rearrange that bottom display. I am just such a scumbag. Malzahar continuing to farm up into the mid lane there. And we will see a possible dive coming in from Vladimir onto Riven. Riven will definitely die here. This is going to be first blood. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Vladimir will pick that up. No problems at all. If you guys could just let me know how far behind I am in terms of delay, I will try to cast a little bit farther behind. So that is a 1-kill advantage. Kawaii Desu will pick up that early lead. Vladimir is going to start doing what Vladimir does with that 1-kill advantage. He will potentially see that lane snowball, but we're just going to go back to a bit of a reset here. Dragon is up. Again, no real ward advantage for anybody. We only see really that one ward in the bottom lane, which is actually about to be killed by that pink ward, and the ward, everyone raise your dongers for that ward kill. So we see about a 600, 700 gold lead here, early first Kawaii Desu. Fortunately, Ryan did not turn off the chat, so we will have to see that as well. Potentially might see a gank coming in here. Vi will try to get onto the Leona. Leona is going to be taking pretty much to half health here. I don't think they're going to be able to continue this aggression. There is no level 6 coming in from Vi, so there will not be that ult. And looks like the lanes will just reset and go back to the way they were. Vladimir up at the top lane, still doing what Vladimir does. Farming up, he is about 20 CS ahead of his Riven counterpart, 46 to 21. He has a needlessly large rod already at 7 minutes in. That is a very scary thing. Leona will try to catch on to the Ezreal here. She will get a catch, but Ezreal has the barrier. He will pop it. I don't think that she can go very much farther than that. A lot of damage got put onto Leona. She will not follow up that aggression. Solo casting is a lot more difficult in terms of resting the voice. But here we are. We are seeing a ward being placed by Vigilante Gaming onto that dragon. They probably will be looking to pick that up early if they possibly can. The vision control currently still in the favor of Vigilante Gaming with 2-1 on the board. Riven having a really hard time in this lane. She's not able to farm effectively right now. She's being shut down by that Vladimir, who is right now just scaling into a scary monster. Vlad does that. Those are things that Vlad does. Janna will try to get some wards off with that new Janna skin. Pretty interesting. Haven't really seen that. 2 vision wards in the river there for both teams. They are going to try and absolutely deny the other's vision of of Dragon there. The gold lead is about 1,000 in the lead right now for Kawaii Desu. Rammus coming up top. Going to try and look for a lane gank. Not going to be able to find it there. He will back off. Back into his jungle. The junglers themselves, we see they are both pretty much tied at 32 to 32 minions. A little slight advantage in terms of the items right now for Vi, but that will change as soon as Rammus decides to go back to base. Vi will try to go into the mid lane here. Potentially there is the ult coming in from Malzahar. He will get onto that Zed, but it is interrupted by that Vi. She will pick up the kill. Zed will walk away from that one, and Vi picks up a kill. 2-0 right now for Kawaii Desu. That was a really good play. Great way to interrupt that. Riven trying to go aggressive onto Vlad will get turned around, and the Vladimir says, "Don't make me take off my belt." Riven will shyly just back away there. Not able to really do anything in her top lane right now. Really, really bad position. She's going to have to try and start building against that Vladimir, like some magic resist, to try and survive. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we're seeing a bit of a farm fest. Right now, there's no real advantage in terms of who's winning the lane too much. Pretty even on CS, although we do see that best friend sword coming in from Ashe early. Definitely giving her a little bit more damage over the Ezreal with 2 Doran's blades. Ping's going down up top. They do know that the ward is there. Rammus will walk over that ward right now, so Vladimir knows where he is. We'll ping that down. Back to the mid lane we go. Zed going to try and maybe pick up some of those wraiths. Although he does see that Rammus possibly making his way to mid lane. Vladimir is going to go aggressive onto Riven here. He will pop the ghost. Riven just going to walk away, and there's going to be a potential dive here again coming in. Vlad will pick up another kill onto Riven. Pretty much just able to do whatever he wants to her in this lane right now. He is really, really far ahead. 83 minions to 35, and we will see Vi coming back into the mid lane, but they won't be able to pick up the Malzahar. Malzahar will flash away there, able to save his own life. 3-0 right now for Kawaii Desu. Vladimir, currently the strongest player in the game right now. He does get that bonus health because of his passive. He does get that bonus health when he builds more AP. So not only is he doing a lot of damage, he's pretty tanky right now with that needlessly large rod. Ping's going down on Divide. They will spot him. Vigilante Gaming won't want to try and engage there, and they know it, so they will back away back to their tower. Vi will just go back up towards the dragon, and both will just disengage there. Interesting note, we will see a Rabadon's Death Cap be purchased, very first item by Vladimir as he goes back to lane. We could see a gank here. Vi wants to go aggressive onto this Malzahar, and Zed will pop the ulti, and Zed will pick up another kill there. That will make Zed 1-for-0 in the mid lane. He will be able to pick up that Malzahar with that death mark, and pop goes the Weasel. 4-0. 2,000 gold lead. We are 11 minutes in. Kawaii Desu really turning on some incredibly strong play here. Right now, Vladimir is kind of putting the team on his back in terms of being the strongest person in the game, although that Zed is really looking forward to that, taking that #1 position away from him. So if we take a look, we calm down, we take a look at what's going on across the board. Riven actually might try. Riven will go aggressive onto Vlad here. That may not have been the best idea. Vlad will just sit her back down, put her back in her place, and she will be unfortunately unable to do anything in that lane, despite the fact that she has that Negatron cloak. She's not able to deal with the damage that Rabadoodles is doing here at 12 minutes. Junglers. Junglers right now are pretty much even. Both sides, although we did see the finish of that Spectral Wraith, a Spirit of the Ancient Golem, onto the Vi. Vi is a pretty tanky champion right now. She's doing pretty well. Right now, what Vigilante Gaming needs to do is they need to just kind of settle down. They're almost right now in a position where they feel like if they don't fight, they're going to lose, but if they fight, they lose anyway. So what they need to do is kind of just calm everything down, get a lot of wards, get vision control, and just farm it out. They should be able to pick up, if they can pick up a dragon or something like that, pick up a couple towers or some objectives, they'd be okay. But right now, they're just in a position where they're on the back foot. Vlad is crushing his top lane. Mid is losing for them as well. We will see possibly Janna get caught. There is the there is a kill coming in onto Janna from Ashe, and in the meantime, in the mid lane, there is another kill going on to the Malzahar by the Zed. So there's a 1-for-1 exchange. Although you could very much so argue that was a much better exchange for Kawaii Desu, picking up the mid laner for their support there. Need water. At the same time, Vlad will drop the Hemoplague. The Ghost is on, and here comes the Great Race. Will Vlad be able to pick up a kill in the top lane? Riven is running away. I don't know if Vlad will be able to get the kill here, and I lied. He will absolutely be able to do that. Vlad is on a killing spree right now, 3-0. That's terrifying. Vlad is going to be able to just snowball that lane, and we see about a 3,200 gold lead coming in right now from Kawaii Desu. They are definitely in the driver's seat right now. Vlad has his Bilgewater Cutlass. He is able right now to probably pop anybody on the opposing team if he was to 1v1 them. What we're going to look for probably right now is a dragon. Kawaii Desu is going to want to keep this driver's seat mentality. They're going to want to pick up objectives. No towers for either team right now. But we will likely see a couple of them falling soon, especially that top lane, Vladimir, who will probably pick that one up shortly. Interesting to note, Vladimir has over double the CS of Riven, unfortunately, right now. Riven is having a very hard time maintaining lane, presence in lane. And just taking a look around what's going on. Just going to be some farming in the jungle here from Vi. Looks like Vlad's going to work on getting that Hex Tech Revolver. And really, at this point, Vlad is so far ahead that he's going to probably try and take his turret down and go from there. Riven, for whatever reason, going aggressive onto Vlad will just be able to walk away. There is the gank coming in from Vlad. This will definitely be a shutdown on the Vlad, and Riven will pick up that shutdown gold. That is absolutely needed for her. 3-man gank going into the top lane against Vladimir. Really, that was the only way that they were going to be able to stop him there. That was a pretty smart gank there. A little overextension coming in from Vlad. He had the ward there, but he didn't bother backing in time. So now, because of that, he will be getting his first death of the game. And we're just going to go back here. There looks like there's going to be a gank on the top lane, and there they are. They're going to try and pick off that Riven. Now that she's worth money again, Vlad will possibly get the kill. No, Vi will pick up the kill there. Vi extends her lead in the jungle from 2-0 over that Rammus, and that is, as I mentioned, the second kill for Vi onto, I believe, that Riven. I believe she was able to pick... Oh, no, my apologies. That is the second kill for Riven, or sorry, for Vi, but the first one was onto that Malzahar in the mid lane. And with that kill, there is a pretty solid 4,000 gold lead coming in from Kawaii Desu. They are out-farming their opponents in pretty much every single lane. Really, the only lane that's doing pretty decently right now for Vigilante Gaming is that Malzahar lane. Ashe is also doing pretty strongly right now as well. Opting for that Avarice Blade yet again, that gold increase that she will be getting passively. Also, coupling with that Best Friend Sword and her passive is pretty much what she's going for there. And we see Malzahar in the bottom lane. Vi will get onto both of them. Malzahar just gets absolutely eviscerated. The stun coming in from Leona. We will see Rammus get dropped here. Leona does try and come in, but the Janna ultimate will push everybody away. Could we see a reset? Only one kill right now, and both teams will just back away. That was kind of a cluster. Can't say that word on the stream, but that was a cluster of just a fight there, and unfortunately for Kawaii Desu, they weren't able to pick up anybody else, although it looks like they were trying to. Vlad, just in the meantime, pushing like he's pregnant in that top lane, absolutely eviscerating those waves right now with his, actually possibly going for an haunted. Guys, there will be a knock-up onto the Leona here. Ezreal doing a pretty good amount of damage. I don't know if they're going to be able to pick him off. They will not, and Ashe is there to save the day. If we're just taking a look at what's going on right now, Kawaii Desu is just all over the place. We are seeing some forced ganks coming in from Vigilante Gaming, trying to get something going, and they were able to pick up a kill. But unfortunately, every single time that they try to gank a lane, Kawaii Desu shows up, Zed shows up, and they're just able to counter it. it's kind of scary right now if you're in Vigilante Gaming's seat. Water is your best friend when you're solo casting. Zed in the mid lane at 149 CS, 104 for Malzahar. Malzahar possibly just trying to get some health. I noticed that he's not going for that giant spell like he did last time, trying to maybe get some damage. If Malzahar can get a few picks onto a couple more people, he'll be able to pretty much kill anybody he wants to. But right now, the Zed is just winning that lane. 5,000 gold lead right now for our purple side Kawaii Desu. There hasn't been a single dragon attempt yet, and we are almost 20 minutes into the game. Interesting note: there really is no vision for Kawaii Desu. However. I don't think the Rammus is going to be able to do anything there, although there is the Vladimir coming in from the side. He will drop that Hemo Plague. 2 people going down right now, and we will absolutely see 2 kills coming out here. Riven trying to get on to Vladimir. There was a double kill coming in from Vladimir. Riven in the midst of it here. We will see a collapse coming in from Vigilante Gaming. They're trying to take them down here, but Kawaii Desu comes back. There is a 4 for 2 there, or sorry, a 2 for 1, and despite the fact that Vigilante Gaming did collapse there, Kawaii Desu does come out on top of that exchange in a 2 for 1. We saw Riven come in from the back there, try to get a couple kills, wasn't able to actually pick anything really up there. I think she was able to get a kill onto the Vladimir, if I remember correctly. But absolutely crazy action going here. This is already a higher kill game than last game. We saw about 5-5 for about 10-15 minutes there. Second tower of the game will probably fall here. If they want to take it, Kawaii Desu might just back off there. The Ezreal lane, the Janna lane dominated that lane as well. But it looks like it will be saved. Ashe comes in. And Vi going to try and pick off the Vision here. Leona trying to stop her, but I don't think there's really anything that she can do. Cheer for that ward kill, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if talking about Vision a few minutes ago, Vision has kind of swung in favor of Kawaii Desu. They have 4 wards on the map around that dragon area, really trying to get. They're trying to get the first dragon, it looks like. They want to keep, as I mentioned, this driver's seat mechanics going here. They're pretty strong, in a good position. They don't really want anything to go to the wayside. They don't want to have any objectives be picked up here. Vi will be coming into the mid lane, maybe possibly looking for a lane gank, but it looks like she will just go back to where she came from. Back into the jungle. Still 21 minutes in, no dragon attempt for either team. No real positioning or jockeying either. For it, so interesting that no team is even bothered to try and go for it. You would think that Kawaii Desu has their minds on it right now, but I don't think that they want to commit to it just yet in case there is the turn of a team fight. 3 men from Vigilante Gaming up in the top lane. We will see Malzahar, Rammus, and that Riven trying to get onto Vlad. Flash coming in for Malzahar to try and get that ultimate, but unfortunately Vlad will pull away. Wasted flash there, unfortunately. Not able to pick up what they really wanted to get going there, although the intention was pretty clear. They are trying to shut that Vladimir down, and right now they just can't seem to get a break. We will see a fight coming into the jungle there. We will watch Sham Savior on Rammus will get caught. If Vladimir gets another kill, bringing him to 7-2, double kill for Vladimir. He's going to keep chasing onto that Malzahar. He does want to pick that up. Look at the damage coming in from Vladimir. That is unbelievable. Will he try to go for the second kill? Third kill, he will not. He was taken too low. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, some aggression coming onto the Ezreal from Vigilante Gaming. We're able to take him down. No kill yet, but Ashe is going to be able to pick up the kill. Sloppy play by Ezreal as he walks back in. And there will turn her back around to Janna. Leona will get that stun. Big crits coming in from Ashe. Will Ashe try and get the next kill? She will double kill for Ashe in the bottom lane. She is 3-0 right now. And right now, she is the strongest person on Vigilante Gaming. You might see Rammus try to get that Zed. There will be the taunt coming in, and the ultimate will come across, and shutdown will come in from the Malzahar onto the Zed. Zed maybe just stuck around a little bit too long, thought he was safe. And that will be another kill being picked up. 6-12 right now. Vigilante Gaming is able to pick up a couple kills and get themselves maybe a little bit further back into this game, getting some good gold on their carries. As mentioned, Ash does have those three kills, has completed her Infinity Edge, does have a Zeal, and does have that Avarice Blade. But right now, it's all Kawaii Desu, and Vladimir with 184 farm. He is a strong individual right now. They will make a push onto that mid turret. Vlad does get taunted underneath the turret there. He's just taking the turret like it's nothing. Does a lot of damage going back, and they will maybe possibly get onto Riven here. Riven being taken to half health, pops the ult. No one really able to do anything. But the Ash arrow does come across. There will still be an engagement. Leona trying to get on towards that Vladimir. Vladimir will be able to pull away, pops the ghost, but could we see a re-engagement? We will see Ezreal take down that turret in the bottom lane, and there is a re-engagement. Malzahar will be able to pick up that Vi with his ultimate there. Shutdown coming into the Ash, onto the Ash by the Zed. Zed will pick up a double kill onto the Malzahar. So that will be a 2-for-1 coming in for Kawaii Desu. They were able to re-engage properly there and get a turnaround on the re-engage. They re-engaged on the re-engage. Oh boy. And with that, the gold lead just extends further, 34,000 to 28, so they are in a very strong position right now. Ezreal is off to the side, just picking off people. Rammus will get caught, and there's a lot of damage going on to him. Vladimir is going to probably pick up that kill. No, Ezreal will come into the side, and the minions will take that first middle turret. There could be a push onto the next turret here. Zed trying to get another kill there, not going to be able to. That will be the inner turret going down, middle inner turret going down for Kawaii Desu. They should surely turn this into a dragon and get another objective. 4-1 for the turrets right now. And objectives are going in favor of Kawaii Desu. They are just turning on the pressure right now, not letting up at all. At this point, if you are Vigilante Gaming, what you want to do is probably just farm and hope. Get some wards out on the map, cover the main traffic areas so that you can, try and spot out. Kawaii Desu. Try to get some vision onto them, and just try and delay them from getting the Baron. Eventually, that will be coming in here. We will see a middle turret pressure coming in here. They might be able to pick this up. And a Hemoplague onto by Vlad, but they won't matter. The middle outer turret will go down. Vigilante Gaming there will be a Vi pop onto the Malzahar. Ash arrow will come in to stun them up, but it won't matter. Zed will pick up that kill onto the Malzahar, but Zed will be taken very low himself. He will not go down. Very close, but Leona will pick up a kill onto Vi, and Ash will pick up the Vladimir, and that is actually a win. Technically a win coming in. Even though it's a 2-for-2, it was technically a win as there was shutdown gold being accrued there by Vigilante Gaming. So a pretty good exchange coming in from them. They will try and check that dragon. It will, of course, not be there. So unfortunately, even though they were able to pick up a couple kills there, they aren't really able to pick up any objectives afterwards, and they will just go back to farming. Still about an 8,000 gold lead coming in, 7.1 thousand gold lead coming in for Kawaii Desu. As a team right now, they're just synergizing a little bit better. And it's showing. They're communicating a little bit better. They're on top of their games a little bit better. And they're just in the right position at the right time. Vigilante Gaming, although they're playing reactively right now, they're not doing being proactive and taking things. They're trying to react to what Kawaii Desu is doing, trying to make sure that they are there when they're trying to take objectives, and unfortunately it's just not working for them. No one is really in a position right now on Vigilante Gaming where they can actually be a force that could just one-man a team. Their tanks are unfortunately just not strong enough to withstand the damage of that Vladimir right now. He is 8-3. Now, this is a few seconds ahead. I'm just checking the game. He has accrued about 10,000 gold to his other top laner, which is at 6,000. So he's at a 4,000 gold advantage over that Riven, who is just struggling to keep up right now. She has built a cowl. Looks like she's going for that Spirit Visage to try and tank up a little bit to be in the middle of the team fights and just at this point play utility. And they are grouping up in that bush, possibly moving into the mid lane. They see that Ezreal by himself. Rammus is spinning up. I don't know if he's going to be able to get on towards that Ezreal. There is a flash taunt, and there's a lot of damage going on. Lots of crits going down. Ashe will be able to pick up that kill onto Ezreal, but Zed turning it around, trying to get the kill. He will pick up the Ashe, but he will sacrifice his life. Riven able to turn it around. This is a good exchange coming in for Vigilante Gaming. Double kill for Riven. They're able to pick up 3 for 1 there. They trades the AD carry support and mid laner for just their AD carry. Absolutely worth it. They're going to try and maybe push into this inner middle tower and try to pick that up. Vladimir, meanwhile, is pushing down the top lane. But it looks like they are going to try and pick up this middle inhibitor turret. That middle inner turret. That was a very good exchange. And they are going to put some damage onto that Vi. Vi maybe sticking around, maybe when she shouldn't have. The taunt does come across. She will try and ulti out of there, and the flash away will secure her life. Rammus is chasing, but I don't think he will be able to pick up the kill by himself. There is the taunt. I do lie. It looks like she will be taken down. Vladimir will pick up the turret in the top lane during all of this. So even though there are some advantages being picked up there by Vigilante Gaming, there is that Vlad that wasn't even there that whole time. So it's a toss-up. It is a toss-up. Dragon is up in 1 minute and 50 seconds. And right now, I think it's coming down to picks. If Vigilante Gaming is able to get a couple picks, I think that they might be able to come back here. Kawaii Desu is kind of throwing a few team fights here when they don't actually have to be. But at the same time, they still have that over 7,000 gold lead. In the jungle, Zed is going to catch on towards that Riven. Lots of damage going on. Riven trying to escape. Zed is not able to continue on there, not able to pick up that kill. Riven will escape with about a third of her health there. And maybe just stepped into the wrong shadow there. Ashe is definitely a strong champion right now for Vigilante Gaming. She does have her Infinity Edge and her Static Shiv. However, Ezreal, instead of opting to go for that Triforce early, he went for that Last Whisper Bloodthirster build. So he is doing some pretty good on-hit damage as well. The mid lanes. The mid lanes are pretty, in one-sided when it comes to who has more farm. Vladimir might get caught here. He is forced to pool, and he will absolutely get caught. The Leona ult will come across. Ashe is able to pick up the kill. Kawaii Desu is not playing this right there. Absolutely getting focused down. Another kill is going to come down. Double kill for Ashe onto the Zed. Malzahar will pick up a kill onto the Janna. That's a 3-for-0 exchange. And right now, it's just all about the picks coming in from Vigilante Gaming. They're doing a really, really good job of keeping Kawaii Desu down. And right now, Kawaii Desu needs to start playing a little bit more strongly. They're just not really able to get the team fights that they need to as they are being turned on. Vi's getting taken really low there, and Malzahar is actually going to pick up a kill. This is going to be an ace. An ace comes in for no members, absolutely free ace for Vigilante Gaming. They are absolutely turning this around. The throws are coming in right now for Kawaii Desu, and they're the first inhibitor of the game will drop in favor of Vigilante Gaming. I'm not really sure what the mindset is right now. There has to be some discouragement in these picks. And right now, Kawaii Desu is kind of just reactive. It's completely switched. Like I mentioned a minute ago, the play was being dictated by Kawaii Desu, and all that Vigilante Gaming could really do was react to what was happening. But then they stopped doing that. Then they started being proactive. They started looking for those picks. They started looking for those easy kills, those initiations, and they were finding them and able to take down some of the strongest members of Kawaii Desu. And right now, Vladimir he's just not able to do it. He's not able to carry. I could use an energy drink. I'm starting to get tired solo casting. Sorry for that. Had to yawn. 4,000 gold lead still in favor of Kawaii Desu, but that is slowly deteriorating. They went from about 7,000 to 4. And every poor team fight that comes across, Vigilante Gaming is able to pick up more and more and more. They're closing the tower gap. The dragon is up, so they may try to pick that up as well. But right now, it is all the pressure coming from Vigilante Gaming. Vision battles are going to be coming across from the dragon. Vigilante Gaming might try and actually pick up maybe some Baron shenanigans here. Maybe start a Baron dance to start a fight. And right now, if there is to be a 5v5, I actually still don't think that Vigilante Gaming would win. They are trying for the picks, and that might be something that they, is going to keep them ahead here. Speaking of picks, Vladimir might be getting caught out here. He does have to pull away. Vi is in the back lane, and the ult from Ezreal catches everybody. There's that 5-man that I was talking about. Leona is able to pick up a couple kills here, but Vladimir is still alive, doing lots of damage, and it looks like Vigilante Gaming is actually cleaning up here. Vlad is able to pick up a couple kills here. Double kill coming in from Zed, triple kill from Zed, but unfortunately it will be an ace coming in for Vigilante Gaming, and Rammus is the only one to survive that fight, so their advantage will still go into the favor of Vigilante Gaming there in that team fight. And that was pretty unbelievable. I did not expect that. It looks, honestly, like the turnaround was pretty good. Kawaii Desu was able to turn around onto the engagement that came in. Vladimir was at half health when that fight even started. So right now, despite that fact, Rammus was the only one lived, and he lived with just a sliver of health. So the team fighting is pretty close between the two right now. It's pretty even, with a slight advantage coming in for Vigilante Gaming. And right now, it's coming down to the plays. I'm going to go get an energy drink after this game, I think, because I am starting to lose focus here just because I've been yelling so much. But now that we're just in a bit of a lull stage, we can kind of calm down and take a look at what's going on here. There's a tie in terms of turrets. Still a 4,000 gold lead for Kawaii Desu, which means they're just basically out farming their counterparts here. The vision battles are going to be starting up here. Baron will probably be an objective that we see being contested fairly shortly. We're at 35 minutes, so that we're in that late game, mid to late game transition. And looks like we actually might get a catch onto Riven. Riven will actually get caught here. Vi is able to lock her down. The ultimate from Vladimir coming out, but he just gets absolutely melted. He will go down here. Vlad is able to pick up a kill before he does go down. But in the back lane, we're seeing Zed just do so much damage, able to pick up that Ashe. A double kill coming in, and in the back is still that Malzahar doing lots of damage as well. We see two members alive for both teams. That was an engagement that I did not expect to go the way that it did, but we see a tie right now. So instead of being a win there, Kawaii Desu was able to hold on for a tie in that fight, and unfortunately they weren't able to really get any more. Malzahar was in the back just dropping down a lot of AoE damage, which his AoE is a percentage of your health. It's true percentage of your health. So that was a pretty scary turn of events there. Kawaii Desu will walk away from this one. But they will be maybe thinking twice about going for those picks again, because that pick didn't actually go as good for them. When it comes to the actual team comps who can pick one another out, Kawaii Desu absolutely does not have the favor. It is definitely in the favor of Vigilante Gaming right now. Excuse me, I will be popping an energy drink. Nos. Please sponsor the Halifax League circuit. Delicious. All right. So back into the game, we will be seeing some more vision, potentially vision battles coming in for Baron. If we're just taking a look at the map now, there's not a whole lot of vision for either team. Most of the warding is centered around that Baron. And it's at this point, it's about denying the vision. It's about being the person who is able to engage properly. And honestly, the next team fight might decide this game. More wards going to be going down here. Baron getting a couple free shots onto Leona. And we do see the dance, as we call it, beginning right now. It's going to be Riven going to walk into her bush, into her death, almost certainly. She will somehow get away. Zed might come across here. If Riven does get caught, this could be the team fight, but no, she will somehow get away. Great disengagement from Vigilante Gaming. They save Riven, and that could have been it right there. That could have been the game. But this puts Kawaii Desu in a really good place. They know that in terms of fighting, there really is no potential for there's really no potential for Vigilante Gaming to win a team fight, as two of their members are around half of their health right now. Although in terms of ultimates, the ultimates burned did come in favor of still in favor of Kawaii Desu. The ultimate coming onto Rammus, they're going to try and pick him off there. They will. Magister Anik will pick up the kill on that Ezreal onto Rammus. Rammus does go down. There's the smite down, and they're just going to continue this fight. Vladimir is trying to get in there. The Hemoplague does get dropped on 3 members. Vi is trying to pick off as many people as she can. Riven will go down, and we will see Malzahar go down. This could just be the game right now, because Kawaii Desu is just going absolutely aggressive here. Vladimir tanking tower shots, doesn't give a shit. Is just going very, very low, and right now this is a big win for Kawaii Desu. They can turn onto the Baron, they can turn into the base, they have a lot of options on what they can do right now. And it looks like they will go for that Baron. I don't think there's anything right now that can be done. Vigilante Gaming can't contest this, I don't think. Their smite is down and will be down for the remainder of this Baron pick. And that was just... what happened there is Rammus got caught. Zed put all the damage onto him, and they were able to pick him off there. And speaking of being picked off, Leona might actually get caught here. Vi doesn't want to actually chase that. She will have to pop her ultimate to get away from there. That is going to be an AoE stun down for a couple more seconds. Cooldown isn't too long, but they will absolutely be trying to back off and just play passive, I think. Vigilante Gaming wants to play passive here until... potentially the Baron wears out. And in response to what just happened, Ashe is going to pick up a Guardian Angel. Pretty smart play from Ashe to try and keep herself alive. If she does get popped, she can get it up once more and try and fight it out. 40 minutes. Game is still in favor of for Kawaii Desu in terms of their farm. They were able to pick up the last team fight. Vigilante Gaming at this point is going to try and stall it out, I think. They're going to try and do what they can to try and take the game even later. I still think that even in late game, the team comp of Kawaii Desu has them. It's going to be in terms of getting a good pick. If they can get a good pick onto Vladimir or Zed, they will probably be able to take the game. Hopefully they don't take too long, as I really need to pee. But such is the woes of solo casting. The struggle is real. And even despite the Baron advantage, the warding is still in the favor of Vigilante Gaming. They have some pretty good wards here on high traffic areas, just trying to keep Kawaii Desu at bay, really, right now. And it's absolutely right now, in terms of how either team wants to fight it. Kawaii Desu wants to get that that 5v5. Vigilante Gaming is going to look to try and stall it out, as I've mentioned. You see a group in the mid lane by Kawaii Desu. They might try and push into the inhibitor turret here, middle inhibitor turret. And I don't think fighting under turret would be the best idea, so they might just try and catch them out. That Ezreal now has his... he does have that Triforce, so he is pretty strong. We will potentially see... No, it looks like there could have been some aggression, but unfortunately there will be no catch there for Kawaii Desu. They were really hoping to get that Leona there, which would have dropped a pretty big component of the team. Ward's going down. There will be a shift to the bottom lane to try and pick up that turret there. 4 members will go down. Ezreal looks like he's going to try and stay in the mid lane to try and keep the push up. And in terms of turrets right now, Vigilante Gaming is actually currently ahead, as they did pick up that first inhibitor of the game. But bottom lane will potentially go down here, and it absolutely will. No one really there from Vigilante Gaming to contest that. The towers are all tied up 6-6. That will extend the gold lead to 7,000 for Kawaii Desu, but this will leave a bit of an open spot for them to go. All outer turrets are down for Vigilante Gaming, although there is that one up in the top lane for Kawaii Desu. And at this point, really, we're going to probably just see this dance. They're not really making a good use of their Baron buff right now. They've only really got one turret out of it. They need to try and push down something as well. Maybe split push and bring someone, a couple members down and start a fight. Probably could send Vlad to do that. But they need to make a little bit better use of what they have right now. They have the Baron buff. They have the positional advantage. They could try and get something out of this, but currently it doesn't look like they're able to. They will just back off into the jungle there, and Baron will be wearing out any minute now. It looks like it has actually already worn out. And in response, they weren't able to pick up a whole lot, so they will go pick up the dragon. Just a free few hundred gold for the whole team. And that will be another dragon going there for Kawaii Desu. So I believe they've picked up almost every dragon except for one in this game. I believe it's been 3 so far. And the push into the mid lane will continue. It's very passive, a lot of damage, as we just saw. She is full build, actually, right now. Ezreal is not. Ashe is definitely in a stronger position. She is the stronger AD carry right now. And with that Guardian Angel, honestly, I don't know if Kawaii Desu wants to engage yet. Picking off Ashe and soloing out Ashe would just only result in them getting mopped up. So this is kind of going to be a key engagement here. They're going to have to play it perfectly. Vision being denied by Leona in the bush there. We are at 45 minutes into this game, and really at this point it's going to be one team fight wins the game, and it's going to be a slow game, I think, from here on out. It's going to be Kawaii Desu trying to slowly just work their way into the base, and it's going to be the defense from, and possibly perfect initiation from Vigilante Gaming, trying to catch someone out. But it's going to be a bit slow going, I think, here. Ashe getting some good damage across with her volley and their hawk shot. She will reveal the whole team there. Ezreal a little bit further away from the rest of his team. Maybe just want to rejoin them. There he is. And it's just slow-paced. I actually think right now, if there was to be a 5v5, that the win would actually go directly to Vigilante Gaming, as Ashe does have that Guardian Angel full build. She is incredibly strong right now. Probably the strongest person on Vigilante Gaming's team. Baron's up in 45 seconds. We might actually just see the teams wait for that to come back up and have a fight there instead of actually just fighting over turrets. This is going to probably just delay the game even more. Now, what will Ezreal go for next? He has his Triforce, his Bloodthirster, his Last Whisper, and he has his Spirit of the Elder Lizard. So right now he could probably build a Guardian Angel and be okay. He might think about building a Frozen Fist. See what he decides to go for there. But the Baron is up, and this is pretty much going to be the deciding team fight, I think, over this Baron. And whoever takes this fight is going to win the game. could actually see an engagement going right now. Actually, Vladimir will get caught. A lot of damage going on to Vladimir. He might get dropped before he can do pretty much anything, and he does. This is actually a very bad fight for Kawaii Desu. They're not really able to do what they want here. They're not in a position to do the damage they want, and it's right now a 2-for-0. Ash is in the back doing all kinds of damage, and right now Kawaii Desu is in a retreat mode. They are trying to run for their lives. Double kill for Ash. Vladimir getting caught was the worst possible situation. Triple kill for Ash. And that is going to be probably the push and possibly the win for Vigilante Gaming. Israel is able to pick up a kill onto the Leona. That will be the only kill of that team fight for Kawaii Desu. The team is just... This could be the game right here. I don't think that there's anything that they're able to do here. Ash might... will absolutely take this inhibitor. Ash is going to do a lot of damage onto Ezreal. I don't think that the ace, there it is, ace coming in from Ash. This is most certainly going to be the game. The respawn timers are a little bit too long here, and we might actually see a Game 3 here as in a tied series between Kawaii Desu and Vigilante Gaming. The first inhibitor turret will get destroyed. There's the second inhibitor turret, and Vigilante Gaming will take game number 2. Very good game by everybody.